Hello and welcome to this short presentation. My name is Robert Nixon, and if you are here watching this video looking for another snake oil, then you've come to the wrong place. But if you are here looking for a solution to a health problem, then I suggest you give me 10 minutes of your time. What I'm not going to do is to tell you about bioactives or tell you that bioactives are chemical compounds like vitamins and minerals, nor will I go on about how Noni has an unusually high level of bioactives like iridoids, lignans, coumarins, polysaccharides, flavonoids and fatty acids. Who cares about all that stuff anyway? What about iridoids? What are they? Who cares, right? I'm not going to tell you about how iridoids are the primary bioactive in Noni, or how they help the body system to function correctly to protect against harmful free radicals, support healthy cardiovascular system, or help to increase energy, or promote heart health, or support the immune system and protect DNA. Who cares about all that stuff, right? Iridoid sounds like something out of a Steven Spielberg movie or Star Wars or something like that. But get ready. There was a reason I took you through those slides, and you will understand why once I have shown you what I'm about to wow you with. This picture you're looking at is of my nephew. At the time of the picture, he was suffering from chronic eczema, and his quality of life was very, very low. His self-esteem was non-existent. In fact, he couldn't go to school from fear that he would be laughed and ridiculed, and he used to put hessian cloth over his head, cut 2 holes in it so he could see, because he was just too embarrassed to let others look at him. This is a story in brief written by my sister, and I would like to share with you right now. Keep in mind that these photos were taken well before digital cameras. This is Michael's story. Kia ora, bro, how's it going? Enclosed is the photos of Mike I promised you, which show his different stages of eczema. Freaky, eh? Man, he had such a hard time, bro, and we had tried everything to help him. The first photo I took just after he had done craniosacral therapy with Nellie, November 2001. You know, I followed her instructions fully, and we handled it like that for about a month. Then I just took Mike to the docs and had to put him on steroids and antibiotics to clear it up. But it used to flare up like that all the time anyway. Every time he wasn't on any drugs, and most of the time it would come up overnight and spread over his whole face and upper body. I did the food thing as well and tried him off everything that I could make him react, but it really didn't make any difference. I mean, we had tests done where they tested him on 30 different things ranging from foods, plants and animals, and they discovered that Mike had severe allergies. He reacted to 29 of them, and the only thing he wasn't allergic to was pork. And guess what? He hated pork. The second photo was just after I started taking Michael to a Chinese skin specialist. Prior to that, Mike stayed in hospital for about a week, May 2003, and when he got out, he went for light treatment 3 times a week, where they put him in a chamber and exposed his whole body to ultraviolet rays. Man, intensifying. Once again, I followed all that the docs were recommending we do, but after about 6 weeks, I approached my skin specialist, the leading one in Canterbury, because Mike was still getting bad skin infections like in photo 1, and was on antibiotics and steroids. She mumbled under her breath that she didn't know what to do, then told me about this new drug that had just come into New Zealand for skin problems. This drug was really for adults, but she was going to check to see if Mike could take it. I walked out and vowed we were never returning, and I remember thinking to myself, what am I going to do now? I was silently freaking out because we had been everywhere, or so I had thought. I was actually still in the hospital after walking out on the docks when I remembered this Chinese doc my friend had told me about, so I called him from the hospital. So we saw this doc for the next 3 months. He actually got better than that in the photo, and the doc did help to get him off all the heavy drugs he was on, but I used to carry all the herbs and stuff around with me, and Mike would still react to things like dust, and if it was windy he would get really itchy still. The Chinese doc was excellent though, and was right there for me, but he found that he couldn't bring into the country any of the products that would really help Mike. He said New Zealand laws are very strict, so they could only work with the basic stuff, which was a real shame. The third photo was of Mike in December last year, and that would have been about 2 months after he started on the Noni. Awesome, eh? He still gets eczema, mainly on the inside of his elbows, but it is nothing compared to what it used to be. His allergies have decreased dramatically too. He still can get hot and itchy, but it's controllable, whereas before it used to be really bad, and now he doesn't hardly react at all to things, which is choice, because I used to have to be conscious of everything around us and was considering getting gloves for Mike to wear full time. For example, say Mike touched something that had a tiny bit of dust on it, or he touched grass or a plant. Because he was always rubbing his face, being itchy, 5 minutes later and his face would be puffed up like a balloon, and he would be so hot and itchy I would have to give him an antihistamine to bring the swelling down. Well, that doesn't happen anymore. Woohoo! I also remember he would be scratching in his bed all night, and his sheets used to be covered with skin and blood stains in the morning, so I was always cleaning and airing his bed out. Now he has a decent night's rest, and me too. Since Mike was a baby, we have been in and out of hospital so many times. He has seen countless different skin specialists, homeopaths, natural therapists, iridologists. Dad tried wave sound frequency, something like that. Craniosacral therapy, Chinese therapy, when he was about 3, was a waste of time. Allergy specialists, various GPs, and the Chinese skin doctor, who, out of all of the above, was the best and helped the most. And I've probably forgotten others I've been to, because there's been so many. He is a normal kid now, bro, and I am really grateful for the juice. You remember him when we had our family reunion? He had to deal with that on a daily basis, and it really used to upset me more than him at times, I think. His confidence has skyrocketed, and he is so much happier now. I mean, it's not cured, but the juice has definitely made a huge difference. Anyway, bro, I am trying to get it out to as many people as I can, and it's not about making money, but more to help those that need it. But if I can make some money eventually, then that's just a bonus. Hope it's all well with you, Ange, and the kids. We'll call you sometime to talk about it. I'm going to my first boot camp on the 22nd of September, which will be a real opener for me. I'm looking forward to it though. Love you all. Die. So now you have a good idea about how important bioactives and iridoids are at helping you solve a major or minor health problem. I just gave you proof of that and how beneficial Noni can be. But here's the punchline. Don't take my word for it. The only way you will ever know if Noni can do anything to help you is to take action and to try it yourself. I know that there's a lot of stuff on the internet trying to promote Tahitian Noni as a snake oil. The reason behind this is because they're trying to sell you something else without the proof, without the scientific evidence. I have just proven to you by sharing Michael's story just how it can help just one condition. So go ahead right now, enter your name, email address into the form below this video, and you will be redirected to another page where you can order your Tahitian Noni juice and try it for yourself. Oh, and by the way, you will need this unique identification number called an IPC number. If you use this ID number, you will receive 30% off your order, my treat. The number is also written beneath this video for your convenience, so you can simply copy and paste it. One last thing. Once you have placed your order, you will receive an email with detailed instructions on how to take Noni juice. Remember, this is not orange juice. It is a special formulated designed to treat your body and what it needs to fight diseases and illness. The report you receive is recommendations by real doctors who have used the juice in their practices in hospitals, universities, and also results from clinical trials. Go and fill in the form now, and thanks for taking the time to visit.